Hello everybody, this is Herra Tohtori, and this video will be an almost full replay of a game I had on simulator tank battles. I haven't uploaded very much tank gameplay so far, even though recently I've mostly played SP tanks for various reasons. Most of my recent playing videos have come from these battles, and although I would love to play SP Air more, the current battle rating based enduring confrontation has been a pretty big disappointment for me. It has a lot of potential and all the pieces for greatness are there, but it's being held back by a few issues that basically make the game so boring that I can hardly stay awake when I play it. SP tanks at least is not boring for most of the time. As you may have seen from the map, this is the Domination battle on Eastern Europe map, and I'm driving the German Jagdpanzer 470, or the Long 70 as it's often called because of its gun. I'm squadded up with ChameleonLord, who is driving a Tiger II-P. He will be taking a more direct road to the enemy as part of our southern battle line advancing to Bravo capture point. I am going to go to west, cross the river at the ford, and then get into a flanking position to engage the enemy from the side while they're concentrated in a shooting match across the river. It's a pretty basic flanking maneuver, and it has potential to result in great games, but there are a few risks as well. The first danger about this is that the enemy might be doing the same thing, and the allies have some very fast vehicles such as the M18 Hellcat, which can easily get across the river before you. So you have to keep looking for enemy tanks, even as you advance towards the river, and once you're on the enemy side, you really have to keep scanning for enemy tanks advancing on the same flank as you. The second danger is that once you engage the enemy, you have to consider your position known to the enemy, and you need to finish the tanks you shoot quickly. If you get engaged in a long shooting match, the risk of being engaged from multiple directions becomes higher and higher. And the frontal armor is only 80mm thick, so you are not particularly well protected even if you don't get flanked. If the enemy starts concentrating their fire on you, you will probably get disabled and die after a few good hits. The third danger is that the tanks you kill will probably come back looking for you if they have multiple spawns. So you have to be scanning not only for targets in the open field and the hills to the east, but also tanks coming to hunt you from the north. If you just sit in the one open spot, you're almost certainly going to eventually get shot through the weak side armor and die. But while I'm driving on, I might as well talk a little bit about this tank. The Jagdpanzer 470 was a pretty direct continuation of the German tank destroyer designs. Like the earlier Jagdpanzers, it's based on the Panzer IV chassis and has quite similar case-made design as the earlier Jagdpanzer IV. It has a little bit better armor, as the older Jagdpanzer IV only had 60mm frontal armor, 30mm on the sides and 22mm on the rear, all around the tank. The Long 70 has 80mm frontal armor. Side and rear armor is otherwise same as before, but the upper part of the hull has been upgraded to 40mm. It also has 5mm spaced armor side skirts, and I suppose they are better than nothing, but they don't really do much against most enemy rounds. The same could be said about the armor in general. It's better than nothing, but if you get into a serious shooting match, you don't really have a long life expectancy. The gun mantlet is pretty good, as it consists of two 75mm thick overlapping cast steel pieces. The other piece is quite aggressively sloped and usually does a pretty good job of deflecting shots. It's a very similar design as the older Jagdpanzer IV mantlet. The greatest weakness of this Long 70 is shared by most other tank destroyers in the game. There's a conga line of 3 crew members on the left side of the tank, and a good frontal hit on the left side of the tank has the potential to kill all 3 of them in one go. Personally, I like to angle my tank so that the gun mantlet and gun breech provide some shielding effect from fire coming from one clock direction, where I can still aim with my gun. But we are now on deep on the enemy lines, so I'm going to switch to commentating on the battle itself. So we are advancing through the woods here. We'll have to keep looking for enemy tanks. And there it is. The first target has been spotted. It's a T-44. Lining up the gun. Well, that went well. Usually I don't get one-hit kills but I'll take it. Now I've spotted two other tanks, one closer and one behind the ridge. And that was non-penetrating hit. But I'm going to actually switch to another target right now. It's an IS-2. I think I have a better shot at hitting this guy, but I'm having trouble seeing whether my rounds are going high or low. And for some reason I'm not hitting this guy. That was another miss. I'm just moving my tank to get a better angle at this guy, and also checking with binoculars if anyone is aiming at me. But no, I'm still free. I'm aiming more carefully now. And that was a hit, damaging some part of his tank, as well as killing some crew members. Another hit, but no penetrating one. And their ChameleonLord is just taking that IS-2 out, so I'm switching to another target. Good kill. I'm also moving forward just to make sure that if somebody is looking at me, they don't look at the same place. And I've spotted an Soviet tank destroyer. It is an Su-85M. Taking one hit at it. But this actually hit the ground between us, because the gun is mounted lower than the sideline. So I'm just waiting. Well, that shot did the same thing, and I realized that I was just hitting the ground, so I'm now waiting for him to emerge from behind that berm. Now I'm basically waiting if he's going to go forward, but no, he turns to me and I line up and get a shot right through his frontal armor, killing a lot of his crew and destroying his tank. Moving forward again. I don't want to stay in the same spot for too long because, well, it's a way to get yourself killed. But I'm spotting something getting shot at there. Behind those layers of woods. I could just see the muzzle flash and line up the gun, and it turned out it was a pretty good guess. He's behind that big tree there, but I can just keep hitting him here because, well, the hit camera shows me that I'm hitting him. And after adjusting the sights a little bit, I destroyed it. It was a T-34-85. Now again, scanning the area with binoculars continuously. Don't see anything, so I'm moving forward. Keep scanning the horizon while I'm moving. No targets so far. Oh, hello. What's there? That's the same Su-85M driver coming to hunt me from the north. Remember what I said about that? I took one shot and I hit his ammo rack, but didn't seem to do any serious damage. Take another shot, but this one didn't have enough lead and it missed the casemate from behind. Now he's gone behind a hill. He's out of sight, and now I have a problem. Because I can't just stay here, I can't advance, otherwise I'm going to get shot in the rear or the side. So the best bet I have is to head in the same direction as he did. Either to have face him front on, or even better if I can sort of counter flank him. But I have to be really careful to not expose my sight to him, and I have to get the first shot because the 85mm gun is really powerful. So I'm slowly advancing on the hill, looking with the binoculars whether he's gone that way. I don't see him there. And as I come off the binocular view, I can spot him at my 2 o'clock. I turn my tank to him, he's looking at where he thinks I am, and I kill him with one shot. That was lucky. So he's not going to come after me again. But now I'm in a higher elevator position and I see directly to the enemy spawn, and there's a tank that has just spawned in and is advancing somewhere towards Charlie or Alpha. I line up my gun. Have to wiggle the tank a little bit and take a shot. That was a good hit on the turret, killing 2 of his crew members and damaging his breach and probably something else, but it didn't kill him, and the follow-up shot missed. Now that that guy has disappeared from sight, I'm not going to chase after him. First of all, he's too far ahead, I'm never going to be able to catch him with this thing. And secondly, you can see the ChameleonLord driving his Tiger II there, and he is advancing towards these woods, and I have a feeling there might be enemy tanks there, so I'm heading towards him to support him if there's any need. And in fact, right about this time, in the comms, ChameleonLord told me he spotted something there. And he's going to be engaged with an American tank in a short moment, so I'm just trying to get there as fast as possible. I'm still checking my surroundings from time to time. And in fact, you can hear from that shot that actually disabled ChameleonLord for a moment there. So I'm just trying to get up this berm as fast as possible. There we go, American tank approaching the Tiger. I line up the gun and take a shot. And he did. That was a pretty lucky shot, actually. I've been having good luck with my shots this game. It doesn't happen all the time. So now we are basically going to try to intercept any tanks that are behind that hill. But mostly the game is going pretty well. The enemy team is capturing Alpha at the moment, and we have a feeling that they're going to try to get to Bravo next. So we are going to secure the other side of that hill, and then we are going to turn right towards Bravo. While we're driving alone, might as well finish the history lesson about this tank. The best part of this tank is definitely the gun. It's the 75mm Pak-42 cannon. It's the exact same gun that is used on Panzers, labeled as KWK-42. And the only difference is that Pak means Panzerabwehrkanone and KWK means Kampfwagenkanone. Mechanically speaking, they are the same. In practice, the Panthers from Model A onward, they also get APCR ammunition. There was a Focke-Wulf there landing or crashing or something. But honestly, you don't really need the APCR with this gun. The APC-BC ammo, the regular one you get from the get-go, that's enough for most cases. This cannon has really good penetration and really good muzzle velocity. That makes it really well suited for long-range engagements. And to be honest, the rest of this match was not very exciting. So I'm just going to show a little bit about it and then speed up the rest. We are basically just going towards Bravo, maybe to intercept any tanks that are going through the town towards Bravo. And nothing in sight at the moment. ChameleonLord has seen something, an IS-2 behind that hill. I can't get a line of sight to him now. And he has taken the IS-2 out before I could get into the sight. And from now on, we are going to engage super speed mode. as you can see, nothing much actually happened during that time. ChameleonLord got bombed by an Lavochkin 7, we captured some points, and basically mopped up the enemy. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time.